What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Let's press start. Let's load a game. Let's pick the third file. Find your bed in the Gryffindor boys' dormitory. Sounds nice and simple. This is another kind of beginning of the game mission to just get you familiar with where everything is. I'm going to check my status right now. Harry's not doing too well. How's Ron? Ron is at max. All right. Wait, when does Harry level up? Okay, Harry is like on the cusp of leveling up, so let's just find something to fight. Maybe. But first, let's check in the garbage. No, there's nothing in here. I don't know. I thought I was being cute. However, we gotta fight this rat and then thing from the Addams family. What could you possibly be weak to? Let's see. What are you? A loose hand is weak to a spell I don't have. However, that should be fine. We're just going to use Flipendo, and it's going to be fine. Okay. Never mind. All right. Well, Harry, you're just going to have to... You're just going to have to kill this guy. And then we're going to do that. Perfect. And then the rat is only doing 6. All right, so I'm going to probably just Flipendo. I don't really think I need to know more about the... I definitely need to know more about the rat. Let's use a pack rat. Because that only did 4 damage, man. All right, let's check an Informus out. And then whatever it says you're weak to, Ron is going to immediately figure something out. All right, so Albino Rat is weak to Vermilius. So let's just do that. And Ron's wand backfires. Almost forgot. So maybe I shouldn't be fighting so much. However, you know what? I think we'll be fine. We're fine. I'm just doing this so Harry levels up anyway. Alright, I need your wand to not backfire right now. There we are. You can't see it, but I'm doing a thumbs up. Grand Pepper Up Potion and Grand Pepper Up Potion. All right. And Ron gets Flipendo Duo. I'm liking what's going on so far. Is there anything in here? In the Filch's office? Anything in the furnace? It's not looking like it. Anything in the couch? On the desk? Under the bed? Looks like Filch doesn't have a whole lot of anything. And we have to fight a turtle. As always, let's see what we're looking at. A ruby fire crab is what its name is, and it is not weak to anything, but it does resist Vermilius. So I think we're just going to use these. We're just going to use our big ticket items, and then we're just going to hope that that's enough. And we're especially going to hope that whatever we get from Pack Rat is going to be worth it. See how much of Flipendo Duo is going to do. This might be a bit of a waste, but yeah, that only did 10. It's not worth it. For Demilius Uno, should be enough to kill. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And looks like Ron leveled up as well. So we are completely in a good spot. I hope I look like I know where I'm going, even though I'm not even sure where I've been. Okay, then. Ooh, what's in the mystery box? Oh, that's a map. Oh, okay. I remember in the last episode, that door's locked, by the way. Last episode, Dumbledore was talking about a map. However, I didn't know where I was supposed to go. See what's in the Weasley Emporium? Nothing I'm really looking for. I will take a free Wizards card, though. I'm not spending anything, man. All right, that door's locked. And now we might as well actually go to the first floor. I'm assuming, and I'll check the map. Gryffindor, yeah, Gryffindor's all the way on the 7th. So we are going to need to put in the work in exploring here. This is the Transfiguration classroom. Let's see what enemies we could find. Giant albino rat. I don't know why Harry's health was blue there, but I'm not exactly... feeling confident, man. Now, if the regular albino rat was weak to Vermilius, maybe it's the same for his giant counterpart? Is that really a tall order? I guess I might as well figure it out. Because, like, what's the point of guessing when you could just look it up, basically? Look it up mid-battle, nonetheless. Now, if I were a giant albino rat, what would I... That is the attack that it's weak to. Alright, so... buckle up, we're going to be here for a while. So it's looking like 4 Vermiliuses is enough to kill. There we go. And now we just have to team up on this guy. 15 damage. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. We are going through MP like it's nobody's business. However, I am sitting on a pretty big stockpile of MP enhancing items. Which I am pretty proud about, if you know what I mean. Alright, just one more spell. I think a Flipendo should be enough to finish him off. Perfect, perfect, perfect. It was only 5 damage, but it was enough, so can't really complain. And Harry learned Vermilius Duo. Anti-paralysis potion, alright. Now, I mean, like, I know I could always, like, loot these rooms as I, like, just walk around, like, during the, like, actual quests, but I don't know, it's always fun just having complete freedom, you know? Because, like, how often are you really going to go to McGonagall's office, man? Anything under her bed? Doesn't look like it. Alright, what's in here? Oh, this is the abandoned classroom. Oh, I used to grind in here all the time in the last game. And what the heck are you? We're going to steal from that giant knight right there. What are you weak to? We got to find out both of these guys' weaknesses, man. Because something tells me I should probably be running away. Looks like Ron is paralyzed. Crusader is not weak to anything. Alright, Informus on the blue bat. I just gotta figure out what these guys are doing. 24 damage, alright. Yeah, let's see what the blue bat does. The Spectre bat, alright. It's looking like Runaway. Which does kind of suck, but... well. What are you going to do? We'll pick on the weaker guys. See what's going on in the second floor. Moaning Myrtle's bathroom. Now that is new. Anything like in the stalls, maybe? Doesn't look like it. So we're going to leave. And then we're going to go in here. Okay, so we're in the library right now. I wonder, is the spell still there? Why are there so many knights? I'm not dealing with any of that right now. Students aren't allowed in the restricted section without permission. All right. I don't know. There could be a spell hidden in here. I'm not exactly sure. Let's use a pack rat on a wasp. And then let's see what on earth is happening with that skull. Let's see. If I were a skull, what would I be weak to? It poisons Ron. And the wasp is only doing 7. However, Ron is on death's door. Wait, I didn't check to see what it was weak to. It's not weak to anything. Alright, well, that's going to be a Verdimillious. Because I don't want to deal with, like, triple poison or anything, man. Let's go. There we go. Skull's almost dead. Harry's poisoned. Harry's double poisoned. Alright, this should be fine. We're gonna kill the skull. Alright. I said we're gonna kill the skull. And now Ron is double poisoned. Which is fine. I'm gonna do a Flipendo Duo, maybe? Maybe because it's flying, it'll be extra weak to wind. 17 is not that good. I'm guessing we're gonna have to heal up here. Yeah. Let's use a Grand Wiggenweld potion. Grand Wiggenweld potion only heals 100 in this game. Okay. That is kind of scary, actually. However, I think we're fine. I'm taking like 50 damage. Okay, I'm taking 40 damage from that poison, man. It's actually insane. I thought the wasp and the skull were going to be like stupid easy, but that was not the case. Harry levels up at least. Let's do one more fight in the library. Alright, it's just a skull. Verdimillious. Let's use a pack rat. I think actually we should do Ratnip. Okay, yeah. I should probably be doing that more often, especially on these, like, slightly tougher enemies. Just because, like, you saw how much damage that did. And maybe it could be useful to, like, stun a knight or something. Let's do one more because that fight was pretty quick. Okay, then. So we got, like, Thing from the Addams Family and then another one of those ghost bats. I think we're going to do the ghost bat first because I don't want to get paralyzed while I'm the only one out. Something tells me that would be really bad. I'm just going to keep doing Vertimilius Duo, which should be pretty good. Now I'm paralyzed. Now I'm unparalyzed. And the bat doesn't, like, try to lock me, which is really nice of him. Let's try Flipendo Duo. See how much you do. Still not enough to kill, which is kinda sad. Kinda sad. But I mean, like, you gotta start somewhere in this new school year, you know? Alright, I'm only at 8 MP, so I should probably heal up here. Yes. Okay, I'm going to use a Pepper Up Potion. Using a lot of items, but the situation calls for it. Pepper Up Potion only heals for, like, 30. So this is a little sad. There we go, you miss. Perfect. Perfect. I'm not risking it. I'm just using a Vertimilius Uno. There we go. Last thing I need is for him to survive at, like, 1. And Harry levels up again, which is awesome. Ron needs to get some levels, though. So I am going to probably heal him up. Use a bit of our Wig and Wilds. How's Ron doing? He's at 90. Let's keep it going. Not a Grand Wig and Wild potion. Are you kidding me, man? Not a Grand Wig and Wild outside of battle. And then, you know what? I will give Ron a Pepper Up. And then I will also give Harry a... Wait, no. Harry just leveled up. Never mind. Let's go up the stairs. I believe there's a secret passageway in here. Alright, looks like there are no more... That secret passageway doesn't work, I should say. I'm not sure if there are no more. I'll probably discover them as time goes on. Charms Classroom. Anything in here? Pumpkin Pasties. Witches and Wizards card. Pretty good. I could do one more fight. Why the heck not? Especially since I'm all healed up. Ooh, Dragonfly. Alright, well, step 1 is going to be kill the giant hand. Because I immediately do not want to deal with him. Let's go. Perfect. Thanks for the critical hit, Ron. And then we are probably going to check out what the Dragonfly is doing. Now, if I were Dragonfly, what would I be? Alright, he has nothing. And then, alright, so none of these other guys have weaknesses. So, Ron, you are going to stun the bat. And then the Dragonfly is going to miss. And then the bat's going to attack. Alright. And then we're just going to pile on this guy, man. All right. These are some tough enemies. However, I'm assuming if I'm able to break through, then there's going to be a lot. Wait, no. I forgot he resisted. Aw, shoot. Ron's almost dead. All right. We are not going to take any more crazy chances, man. He says as he leaves the bat at 1 health. All right, Ron, you're going to have to deliver the finishing blow. Flipendo duo. Right here, right now. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, Dragonfly's going to hit Harry, which is fine, I guess. How much is a Vertimilius going to do? 17, and that's a decent chunk of his health. I don't like how often this Dragonfly is attacking. I'm going to say that right now. Looks like our boys are almost incapacitated. There we go. Hopefully we get some level ups. Yeah, 93 experience. Ron levels up, which is awesome. Harry's knocking on death's door now, but you know, I think that's fine. I think that's fine. We're going to go up to the 3rd floor. This will be a great school year with Professor Lockhart around. All right, that door is locked. Let's try Lockhart's office. See if Lockhart's hidden anything away for me. Anything in the giant picture of him? No. A revive potion. Okay. And that's going to be a runaway. Not fighting anything in here, man. I think leveling up is going to have to be an off-camera event. However, I'm also almost on the 4th floor. There's a wizards. There is a witches and wizards card. All right, here's just 1 suit of armor. Should be very doable. I forgot that Harry is out of everything. So it's going to be Grand Wiggenweld on Harry, I think. And then it's going to be Vertimilius with Ron. And then maybe I was going to say maybe use a pepper up potion, but honestly, I think Ron is perfectly capable of doing this on his own. And I just don't want Harry to pass out, you know? Because something tells me that's not going to be... it's not going to be pretty. If you know what I mean. Ooh, we're hitting him for 2 there. All right, and again, I do not want to risk anything, so we're just going to do the attack that I know does more damage. And another revive potion is always nice. I think we're going to leave for now. Anything in here for me? Check out this room. This is the library. So we will check out the library later. Probably. Get it? Check out the library. I don't know. I thought that was pretty good. Immediately, let's go into the hospital wing. We're going to get a Wiggenweld Grand Potion, which is pretty nice because I've been going through those like Tic Tacs. All right. Anything else in here? Witches and Wizards card. Anything in the door? Pomfrey's office. All right. Looks like the hospital is a grand old adventure. We're going to have to get into one fight here. I forgot that I didn't heal up yet. So we'll deal with the ghost rat later. Revive potion. And now we're going to heal up. And now I guess we don't need to go into that room anymore. Can't talk to Madame Pomfrey from behind. Hello, Harry. I can see that you're hurt. Would you like me to heal you? Yes, please. You know the routine. There, that should feel better. Thank you, Madame Pomfrey. What's in this door? The bedpan room. We're going to pick a Witches and Wizards card out of the sink. And I hope... I hope we're not able to pick anything out of these... Okay. We're going to pick a Wiggenweld potion out of a bedpan, and hopefully we're not going to have to drink that. Let's use a pack rat right here. Get some items. Let's use an Informus. Alright, you miss. Perfectly fine by me. And now let's see what we're working with. I love this Folio Broody. Brown red. Ooh. You don't want to mess with those. However, it's not resistant to any... Oh, wait. I was reading its weaknesses, I think. Oh, yeah, it resists Vertimilius. That was my bad. I'm not gonna... I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Oh, and it's only doing 5 damage. Alright. You're fine. Brown Recluse is fine. Ron's weapon backfires again. Oh my goodness. Ron does so much damage to himself. You missed? How could you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you. Let's just keep using Vermilius. And, alright, let's just keep missing, I guess. Why would I want to hit the spider? Is a question I've been asking. There we go. What are you going to drop? Wiggenweld potion, alright. And Ron levels up. Double alright. So now we're not going to have to heal up again. And let's leave the hospital wing. Anything in the history of magic classroom for me? Something in the globe, maybe? Which is in Wizard's card. Something in the pictures. No. Alright, we're going to avoid all these encounters because I think we're getting close to the classroom. 5th floor. This one's got some... My brother said he'd take me to my house, but he wandered off. Alright. That's unfortunate. Non-magical studies. Anything in here? Do you have something in the globe? Do you have something in the TV? Do you have something in the bookshelf? Which is in Wizard's card. Alright. And then, you know what? Let's do this battle, because we're kind of... Let's not. That was the boss from Gringotts Bank. Something tells me we're not ready for that yet. There's that old woman statue. I was almost nervous that it wasn't going to be in this game. Anything in the sinks? Anything in the urinal? Okay. I'm noticing a theme in this episode today. Anything in the toilets? Yeah, Harry is really getting down and dirty today. All right, well, immediately I gotta double check what this bat is resistant to. All right, so we're gonna definitely ratnip the suit of armor. Now we can inform ourselves about what he is weak. He's probably weak to nothing, if I'm being 100% honest. But let's see. Yeah, he's weak to nothing, and he could stun. How much is a Verdimillious Duo gonna do? Okay. I'm really liking that. I'm not liking the damage. Verdimillious right here. And then again, we're not going to risk it. Just make sure that the paladin goes away, like, immediately. Last thing I want is to deal with an angry paladin. And Ron's wand backfires. All right, because why wouldn't it? That only did 12. It's looking like a pepper up potion kind of day. Or it's looking like a pepper up potion kind of fight. Verdimillious. And now, Harry, you are going to have to pepper yourself up. 30 magic points is just good enough. Ron, you're going to use the last of your magic points right here. Hopefully it's not gonna backfire. And a critical hit to finish him off. Perfectly fine by me. And we get a grand pepper up potion, which I'm really liking. And Harry levels up, so I mean, it kind of feels like we wasted our pepper up potion, but I mean, also I wasn't aware of how close Harry was to leveling up. 6th floor, we're almost there. I'm just gonna check out a few more rooms. Hopefully there aren't any more disgusting places for Harry to... Well, he picked a pumpkin pasty out of the dirt, so it's not looking good for him. Hopefully he doesn't have to eat any of what he finds. Got ourselves a nice little pumpkin pasty right there. There's got to be something in here. Yeah, there's a Witches and Wizards card. There's an antidote. All right. We're picking up a lot of good stuff here. And we got to deal with more of these dragonflies. And more of these bats. Well, immediately we are going to stun this guy. I don't want to deal with that. Immediately we're going to try to get this guy out of the way. Perfect. Okay. Last thing I need is to get poisoned. Ron, you're just going to use Flipendo on the dragonfly because that should still do decent damage. Harry, you're going to use a slightly better Flipendo. We're just going to target this fool. Perfect, perfect, perfect. You know, Harry and Ron are starting to turn into a well-oiled machine for killing tiny winged beasts. Now, you're going to use Verdimillious Duo right here against the Ghost Bat. And then it should just be a 3-hit KO. If my calculations are correct. Potentially even less if Ron wants to... Never mind. We're going to use a Flipendo Duo. And then I think we are done battling for the session. Harry levels up, which is perfectly fine by me. Now let's just go up to the next floor and let's check out our room. There's the giant bubble. There's the fat lady portrait. Back at Gryffindor at last. Yep, finally. You had to fight a lot of suits of armor, but it was completely worth it. Hello, Harry. Hello, Ron. Glad to see you back. We're glad to be back. Can we come in, please? Fat chance without the password, dear. But we don't know the password. Maybe trying random phrases will work. Pudding fork, butter polish, fish whistle. Maybe you should try traffic violation instead. There she is. There's Hermione. Hermione. So you heard. Someone said you've been expelled for crashing a flying car. It's true, except that we didn't get expelled. Now, could you please tell us the password? We're exhausted. Wattlebird. What a day. I need to go to bed before I fall asleep standing up. You said it, Ron. I need to get plenty of sleep so I can be at my best for the first day of classes tomorrow. Good night, Harry. Sleep well, Harry. Ron Weasley leaves the group. Okay. And now I guess we'll go up to the boys' dorms, see if we could steal anything from our classmates. It's possible. It's not looking like it. I need to get some sleep, Harry. See you in the morning. Hi, Harry. Your bed is at the far end of the room. Say goodnight to Ron, and then we will call it. Your bed is just over there. Good night. You found Gryffindor. You could pick up a new card combination in the Card Collector's Club room. All right. Let's watch the hourglass go by. Better get a move on, Harry. Herbology class starts soon. See you outside in the greenhouse. Okay, and see you guys on the next adventure. As always, I will save off camera.